Okay, can everyone hear me now? Okay. Okay, can everyone hear me now? Does it work now? Okay. Okay, I didn't realize that my mic wasn't working there. Okay. So what I was saying before I got before my mic glitched out there is I apologize for the 5 minute delay, everyone, in starting up the stream today. I just went to Walmart to get some groceries, and I just got back, and my PC had an update, and so I had to restart my PC. I had to do that update, and I restarted my PC, and it just messed with a lot of my settings. And so for some reason, I don't know why, whenever I restart my PC, it resets like my OBS microphone settings. I don't know why it does that. I have to figure out why it's doing that, but right now everything's working fine. So again, I apologize for the delay, everyone. I want to say thank you to everyone who supports me through channel memberships and Patreon, because your support means greatly to me, because especially like when I deal with like copyright or when I'm expanding into new content and I might not get as much views as my old content, your contributions to this channel do help me greatly and give me confidence and encourage me to really step up with my channel and to do more content. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you, James. Let's see who is here. Hello, Squawk, Patrick, James, the awesomeness, Mr. J, Manure, James, Mr. Waifu, Gamer, David Rivera. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm not in Vice City, but yeah, I just wanted to put a background like that. I do have I do have the I do actually have the Tommy Vercetti outfit. Let me actually put on my Tommy Vercetti shirt right now here, and you guys let me know what you think of it. Just one moment here, give you guys a little sneak peek. One moment, everyone. I'm sorry. I would have been wearing it, but I was just rushing from Walmart and such. But I'll show you guys. Okay, here we go. I'm coming back. Okay. Okay, here we go. This shirt I got. You guys like this shirt a lot? This is the shirt that I'll be wearing for the Vice City playthrough. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of like some of my cosplay that'll be on the Vice City playthrough here coming up. You guys think this shirt matches what Tommy has in the game? Because I spent maybe an hour looking online for like so many different like tropical shirts until I found this one. I think this is the most accurate to like what Tommy wears. Like, would you guys say that this is the closest thing to his? This is the But here's the thing. I also have 2 more Tommy outfits. So I have 2 more outfits that I'll be wearing for the Vice City playthrough. So this is the standard one, but I have 2 more. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. One's a suit, another one isn't. So that's just imagine all the outfits Tommy has. He doesn't have a lot of outfits in Vice City, but I have 2 more outfits that I'll be wearing on that playthrough. Yeah. But I like this shirt normally, and you know, I bought a lot of the clothes I buy for cosplay, mostly in games, but this is a shirt that I can wear also in my spare time. You know, I like this. You know, it would be a weird shirt to wear in the Midwest, but it's still, especially in the when the winter time kicks in. But still, I like this shirt. Yeah, you're on the right track there, Mr. Waifu. Pro, you're the only one doing this. We can't complain. If it isn't a 100% match, we are here for you in the content. You're totally good. Thank you. Thank you, David. And hello, Ray Shadow. How are you doing, Patrick? I'm doing good, Sista005. How are you, man? Do you know what, but I'll tell you guys, the second outfit that I have is the blue suit that Tommy has. That's the second one that I have. But I'll tell you something. That suit was the most, like, probably the most hardest outfit that I had to get. Like, out of all the outfits that I've gotten for all my different playthroughs, Tommy's blue suit has to be the hardest one. And the reason it was the hardest one, even though it wasn't that expensive, the reason it was the hardest one was because there was, like, I could not find a suit with that exact color. Like, the color that Tommy has, it's like kind of like a bluish purple like suit color, like, you know, the one that he has, the one he goes to the Colonel's party with. That suit, I have it. It's like it was so hard to find that exact color. Like, I spent hours and hours online, like, trying to find that exact color, like the blue purple suit, because I would type in blue suit and I would find suits that are like, you know, light blue, dark blue, and then I would type in, you know, light blue suit. I wouldn't find anything. I type in blue purple suit. I wouldn't find anything. Like, I was trying to find like an exact match. I finally found one that's kind of close to it, but that one was just a hard one to get. Well, yeah, you know, and I'm hoping that, you know, I'm hoping that a few years from now, I'm hoping that, like, you know, that people see this as, like, the bulk of my content for, like, my channel, that I play through different types of games, and that I dress up as the characters, because I wanted to do something really unique on my channel, and I was, like, you know, and I was thinking, like, what could I do that, like, other YouTubers don't do, something that people like, and I was thinking, like, you know, why don't I try to dress up as the characters, in, like, games and stuff like that, and I do that, and sometimes I spend a lot of money on these outfits. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're pretty cheap, but sometimes I will spend a little bit of money on them. Sometimes I'll get my money back on them. Sometimes no, but it's all for the entertainment purposes. It's all to entertain people on them. It was the most expensive cosplay that I wore recently is the Ryunosuke cosplay, you know, the one I'm wearing for Ace Attorney. You guys seen my Ace Attorney outfit. It's the same one that he has in the game with the black kind of shirt jacket with like the golden buttons and like the lawyer armband. That was the one I have that one. That was like 100 something, that outfit. So that one was a little bit. This shirt, how much was this shirt? I think like $20 was this shirt. So this shirt wasn't that much. The suit, how much was the suit? The Tommy suit, maybe like $40-$50. Yeah, that's the most expensive cosplay outfit that I've ever worn was the Aiden Pierce one. You guys remember the Aiden Pierce one? That one is the most. That one's like $200 in total, like the whole thing, like the leather jacket, the bandana, the hat. I also have his great shirt underneath that. It was like close to 200, like on that one. That one was the most expensive one. But like over time, as I post the playthroughs, I do get the money back for those outfits. I haven't really seen any YouTubers do cosplay on like games, like when they play. Like I've seen YouTubers that might put on like a hat or something that like a character might have in a game, but I haven't ever seen like a YouTuber actually like dress up completely like the character and play. The only people that I've actually seen do that is Angry Joe. Angry Joe has done that, but Angry Joe does that mostly when he's doing like a video game review. He'll dress up as the characters in the game, but like I haven't really seen anyone do an actual playthrough. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that does it, but I just haven't seen one. What was the cheapest outfit you've ever gotten for a playthrough? Cheapest outfit? I'd have to think. Because like some of them I only like wore a hat. So like but if you mean like an entire outfit, like of just everything that I've like everything together, I'd have to think about that. I mean, the cheapest outfit was probably CJ's outfit. CJ's outfit was probably the easiest one to do in San Andreas. CJ's outfit is just basically like a green kind of like hoodie, and that was like $15. That was probably the cheapest one. Yeah, yeah, that one was probably the cheapest one was the CJ one. Yeah, that was probably it. Cold War maybe? Nah, no, no, no. The Cold War one, the Woods bandana that I wore was like $10. And then like the shirt I think was like 30 something. So it was no, that one wasn't the cheapest one. I won't lie, I found your channel from a lore video, but then once I saw your James Bond playthrough, I was like, this channel is awesome. You're the most genuine creator out there, man. Thank you. And if you mind me asking, David, which lore video was it if you remember, which lore video was it that you found me on? Oh, San Andreas. Was it the Big Smoke one? That's like, I think the third most popular video I've ever made on my channel was the Big Smoke video, the Big Smoke lore video. That was like the third most popular video I think I've ever made, like ever. Like, and I was so happy with that. I was so happy with that. I was really, that really did boost my spirit when I saw that. But David, I don't know if you're familiar with my past though. Like you found me through like a lore video. The lore content that I've been making, that's very recent content. I'd say that's within the last year. My channel, like in the past, used to be mostly like a GTA Online channel. And like what happened was I just got so bored of the game, I didn't feel like playing it anymore, and I wanted to play other games, like do playthroughs and lore videos and stuff. And so I was like, I'm gonna do this. And so I decided to like start doing other content and other like other games and stuff, and I started growing my channel from that. The top five warning signs to Big Smoke's betrayal. Yeah, that was it. Oh, his license plate. Yep. Guys, let me just get a glass of juice really quick. I'm just really thirsty. Just one moment. I'm sorry. Okay. I respect you as a variety content creator. You know the games, and it's fun to watch you get through and teach about the games. Thank you, David. The San Andreas lore on who killed CJ's mom really backing up my theory on the argument I've been into with one player in GT Online the other day. Um, you too bad there's not many Mega Man cosplayers. The best you could do is wear a shirt like you did with Legends One. Yeah, and the thing is, I thought that I could like, I thought that I could probably have worn a Mega Man helmet on that, but I thought that would be a little bit cheesy and stuff, and so like I decided to wear the Tron shirt. But like, were you able to tell that I was wearing a Tron shirt when I did that playthrough, like gamer, or was it until I said that I was wearing a Tron shirt? I had that shirt for some years. That shirt, you can't get that shirt anywhere, by the way. That shirt is like really rare that I have the Tron shirt. It was a limited, I remember it was a limited time event. It was like, it was like a few years ago. It was a few years ago. It was a limited time event. I don't know if you know who do you know the 100,000 like to get Mega Man Legends done? Because there's like there's like a fan group called like 100,000 something to like get Mega Man Legends 3 done, and it was like a petition of like 100,000 people that signed a petition to get Mega Man Legends 3 done. And so they went to this website and they said like, can you make like custom Mega Man Legends shirts and stuff like that? And they made like a few of them, and you could buy them, and they gave like links out, and I bought one of the shirts, and I bought like the Tron shirt. I also have another shirt. I have a shirt with Data on it, so like the little Mega Man monkey, like the robotic monkey. I have that one. That's another rare shirt that I have, but I wanted to wear the Tron shirt on that part. Okay, and I'm gonna make a poll right now, guys, also. And this poll is only gonna be for you guys. You guys, the channel members and the Patreon supporters. You guys get to decide what game I play next after Vice City. And I have like 4 games on there that I want to play. And you guys, whichever one gets the most amount of votes is the one that I'll play after I finish Vice City. Okay, let me just type this up. Okay. Let me just type this up here. This poll is going to be good. I'm going to send this out to you guys. Okay. And let me, almost got this poll done, hang on. Okay, and then the final one, what did I have on here? I had, oh yeah. Okay, I want to surprise everybody with the choices that I'm gonna have on this. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, let me just, let me post this right now. Let's see if this works. Okay. Okay, I just posted a link to a straw poll, guys. I did it in straw poll so that both Patreon supporters and channel members can vote in that. So whatever game in that straw poll gets the most amount of votes, within, I guess I'll wait like 2 weeks. So like, I'll wait like, 2-3 weeks, and because that's probably how long it's gonna take me to do Vice City anyways. And whatever one gets the most amount of votes there is the one that I will be doing. So make sure you guys vote in that. Okay. And I'll put this poll also on Patreon later, so if anybody all four of those games are great games. So if you guys haven't heard of any of those games, all four of them, they're all open world games, all of them, and they're all crime games, every single one of them, and they're all great games, all four of those. Okay. Okay, let's see what's winning right now. Okay, looks like Saints Row is winning. Okay, looks like Saints Row is probably gonna be the one that wins so far. Okay, I guess we'll see. I'll wait, like, once I finish the Vice City playthrough. Also, will I play all of those games? I'll play all of those games eventually, but this one decides on, which game I'll play next. So whatever game I play after Vice City, this poll will decide that. So, I'm gonna wait like 2-3 weeks. Once I finish Vice City, I'll come back to this poll and I'll look at this, and these polls don't expire, right? They don't, right? Do they? Let me just see, because I don't want this poll to, like, randomly disappear after, like, 2 weeks. That would suck. Okay. Am I gonna play Legends 2? Yes, I will do Mega Man Legends 2. I just don't know when, man, but I'll do it. But before I do Mega Man Legends 2, I want to do the Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Anyone here play Misadventures of Tron Bonne? That one's really good. It takes place in the same universe as Mega Man Legends, and you also play as the pirates. Okay, I'll see you, Mr. Waifu. Oh, are you from Japan, Mr. Waifu? Um, yeah, Sleeping Dogs is a great game. Oh, it's not backwards compatible. Scarface isn't backwards compatible on Xbox One. You know, Scarface is that type of game that if any studio did a remake of that game, like if they did a remake like of Scarface, like the same game, just brand new engine and everything like that, that game would sell really well. I'm very confident in that. And the thing is, a lot of people on PC get really angry because Scarface, you can't find it on Steam. It's not on Steam. And so like the only way to really get it is you gotta buy it on Amazon or someplace else, and it can be really expensive buying a physical copy of Scarface now. And the thing is, Scarface, when it runs good, but it's a nightmare to get running good. Like Scarface is one of the hardest games to run, even though it's not a demanding game at all. It's not a demanding game. The settings and everything, like the game crashes a lot. Like you have to get the right settings, everything on each computer. It's an absolute nightmare to run. Like the thing is though, when I did my Scarface playthrough on PC, I had to get my friend to help me with that because my friend's really good at computers. I could not figure it out. Like my game would constantly keep crashing, and I had a good computer. Like it would glitch out. Like I'd run through walls with Tony and stuff like that. It was just really glitchy. And so my friend spent like an hour trying to help me get Scarface running, and he finally helped me get Scarface running. But that was just such a hard game to get running. I did Scarface though. I did in February of 2020, but the reason I considered Scarface is because I did two games set in Miami in 1980, Vice City and Vice City Stories, and they both inspired Scarface. And so I was thinking that like I would do Scarface with like an actual like a suit like this time, like with like Tony's outfit. Yeah, Mega Man Legends is a great series. It's a really underrated, series. It is. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like Saints Row is winning right now. We will, I guess we'll see. Well, thank you, James. I'm doing good, Eric. How are you? Can I even run Saints Row on an emulator? Is there an emulator for Xbox 360 game? Because I do have it on, but I would probably have to buy a new Xbox if I was to play it because I don't have an Xbox 360 here with me. But I do have Saints Row the disc, here with me. But we'll see. The polls, the results could change in like 3 weeks. So we'll see. Right now, Saints Row is winning. Um, Let me post it in the chat again in case anybody new joined. Anyone new that joined the chat, vote in the straw poll if you can. I put the link down below. It's a poll for Patreon and channel members only. And it's this poll, it's to decide what game I'll be playing after Vice City. So I'll be doing Vice City after I finish Vice City Stories. I only have one Vice City Stories part left to upload. I'm uploading that today, actually uploading it right now as I speak. And then, oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Pin it. Let me pin here. And so, I pinned the poll. And yeah, okay. And whatever one wins on there is the one that I will be playing on. Whatever game gets the most votes is the one that I'll play after I finish Vice City. Can I even run Saints Row on an emulator? Is that even possible? I mean, let me look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Is there an emulator for Xbox 360 games? Let's see. Yes, it says there is. Okay. No, it's okay, gamer. Don't worry about it, man. I appreciate it, but don't worry about it. I would prefer playing it through my PC anyway. So it's like I do appreciate it, but thank you. It's fine. Are you from Poland? No, my parents are. Saints Row is such a beautiful game, but it's so unfortunate that like the series got so screwed. Like it just got so forgotten. Like the developer just, I don't know what they were thinking. Like they forgot what made their games great. Okay. Uh. Oh, it's okay, David. Don't worry about it. And let me ask you, is there anything that you guys want to like, is there anything that you guys want to like ask me? Like anything that you guys want to know or anything like just let me know if there's anything, okay, let me look at the chat here. Yes, I will do the Ace Combat. I'll do the Ace Combat series one day. But what I was thinking is I want to do a lore video on Ace Combat before I do an Ace Combat 4 playthrough, and I want to do the a lore video on the Continental War. And the thing is, it's a video that I started in 2019. And I have the video on my computer still. It's a video I started in 2019. It's nowhere near complete. It's maybe like 20% done, but I still have it saved on my computer. And it was like a lore video that I wanted to do on the Continental War in Ace Combat 4. Yeah, I think Ace Combat 4 is my favorite Ace Combat game besides Ace Combat 7. Um, uh, so I like all of them, but I think Ace Combat 4, I didn't, not for the combat, but I liked it for the story. I thought Ace Combat 4 had the best story out of all of them. Yeah. Pro, my friend bought me Saints Row 3 as a birthday gift, but I haven't touched it ever since. Should I be playing that? Did you play the old Saints Row games, Patrick? Yeah, so 2 years. Uh, no, but my question to you, Patrick. Um, I think you'd still like it. Patrick, Saints Row 3 is not a bad game by any means. It's not a terrible game. It's just I would say it's just not as good as the old Saints Row games. Like I think Saints Row 1 and 2 are better games, but I don't think it's a terrible game. I think the worst game in the series is Saints Row 4. But Saints Row 3, I think you'll still like it. You don't really need to play the old Saints Row games to understand it, so I'd play it. And I mean, your friend got it for you, so I would play it too. Because your friend would probably ask you if you've played it, and your friend will probably check your trophies or your achievements eventually. And I would play the game if your friend got it for you. And it's a fun game, so you'll probably have some fun too. But like I said, it's just a lot of the goofy stuff is kind of what got me annoyed. But it's I still think it's a good one. I hope that they make an anime series on the Ace Combat games one day. But they could make an anime on Ace Combat 4, like the story in Ace Combat 4. Like they could definitely make an anime, and they could put in a lot of extra scenes that were never in the game. But like they could definitely do that with and they could make the main character the narrator in the occupied San Salvacion and stuff like that. And that would, and you could see it could show you the ground combat and stuff like that in an Ace Combat game, and it could show you an Ace Combat anime, and it could show you what the Erusian occupation was like and stuff. And so I'd like to see that. Wait, which one, Richard? You know what's crazy is that all of the countries in Ace Combat, for instance, all of the fictional countries in Ace Combat, they're all based on real countries. And there's one hang on, there's one country that I remember was based on North Korea. Um, uh, which was the country that was based on North Korea? I'm just looking at it here. Lisaf, that was the country that was based on North Korea. And then like Yuktobania was based on like Yuktobania was like based on the Soviet Union, and like was it Ustio is based on like Poland. Um, uh, it's what is it here? The Estevakia, that's the Warsaw Pact. So a lot of people think Estevakia is Russia. That's not Russia. The Yuktobania is Russia. Estevakia is the Warsaw Pact. It's like a bunch of that's a bunch of communist countries that were in an alliance in Eastern Europe in the Cold War. And then Belka was based on Germany during World War II. So there's like Belka is probably the most evil country out there. But there's like a lot of the countries are like a lot of the countries are based on real countries in the Ace Combat games. No problem, X-Ray Shadow. Yeah, San Andreas was a lot of fun. No, I don't think I did, Gamer. I have to follow you on Twitter because I'm sorry about that. I've just been so busy, with just so much stuff. Can you type up your Twitter name? Can you like write that in, and tell me like what your Twitter name is? And like I will, yeah, I'll just follow you right now, and then you can send me a message with that. Okay. Let's see here. Let me look you up on Twitter right now. No, Erusea is based on Italy. That's what Erusea is based on. I'm following you now, Gamer. Okay. How long it's gonna take me to do Vice City, anyways, and James, just don't spam. But it's I'm making your comments pop up. The thing has just been, okay. But the reason that Erusea is based on the reason that Erusea is based on Italy is because Erusea doesn't really have cold environments, and it's I wouldn't really say it's a tropical climate, but like a lot of their cities are coastal, and it's also that Erusea occupies two countries. I'm trying to remember the two countries' names. What was the name of the countries that Erusea occupied? Like there was two countries that they occupied that wasn't their land. I'm not talking about the wars. I'm talking about like the other one. Mihai was from like one of the countries. Oh, Vaslij and Shilaj. Those are the two countries that Eruzia occupies. Now, here's the thing about it is, Eruzia puts a very strict, like, Eruzia, when they invade countries in the Ace Combat series, they basically ban the language of those countries and they force them to learn how to only speak Erusian. And Eruzia occupies two countries that's part of it that they annexed, Shilaj and Vaslij. And those two countries are based on Albania and Slovenia. Those are two countries that that Italy occupied in real life, and they did the exact same thing that Eruzia did, where they basically forced them to. They told people that they can only speak Italian. They would ban the Albanian and the Slovenian language. They would throw people in jail for that, and they oppressed them. And so that's Eruzia, I think, resembles Italy the most in the Ace Combat series, at least Italy's history, Italy's bad history. Oh, and another more proof that Eruzia is actually more proof that Eruzia is actually based on Italy is what was it with their they what was it they were a monarchy. They were a monarchy, and what they did was they got rid of their monarchy, and then they were a military dictatorship, and then they became a monarchy again, and that happened with Italy. Italy before and during World War II is they were a monarchy. They became a military dictatorship. Then they got rid of the monarchy, and then the monarchy came back. That was with Italy. So I think there's so many coincidences with like Italy's history and Eruzia's history. There's a lot of similarities. So I think that it's pretty much Italy. That's Eruzia. Well, France did. Now that I'm thinking about it, France did also get rid of their king in a revolution. But France, when they got rid of their king, they executed their king, and they eventually became a monarchy again. But it's I yeah, I would say yeah, there's similarities between France and Italy in Eruzia. Let me look at that straw poll there. Oh, hello. Um, okay, let me see here. Saints Row is winning the poll right now here. Um, no, I haven't played. I'm not really into strategy games. I'm not really into those games. And let me ask you guys something. Like, when you guys see the thumbnails for my videos, like on YouTube and stuff, right? When you guys see my thumbnails, like, are you guys able to see like what I'm wearing in those thumbnails? Like when you guys get the video recommended or stuff like that. Like, when I have like the little like gold block, the gold box around like my head and stuff like that in the thumbnails that I make when I edit them in Photoshop. Like, are you guys able to kind of see what I'm wearing in those thumbnails? Like, is it clear? Does it look good and stuff? I just wanted to know. No, I don't watch that show. And hello, Victoria. I see your message. Okay, and the thumbnails look good? Like, you think they're good quality and everything like that? Like, I just wanted to know. No, I haven't played Watch Dogs 2. I've seen a playthrough of it. Oh, but I'm talking about like the thumbnail, like the awesomeness, like the for the videos, like you. Okay. Like when I did the Vice City Stories playthrough, like you guys were able to see like when you the thumbnail, that's the little picture that shows up before the video. Like you guys were able to see the that I was wearing like the Vic Vance yellow suit, right? Um Am I going back to New York for the holidays for Thanksgiving? I will. I don't know about Christmas because I wanted my family to see my region in Christmas. But like let me ask like just I just want to know like one final time. In your opinion, guys, do you think that this shirt, like, do you think this like looks good like for a Tommy Vercetti cosplay? Like, is this good? This shirt, like, if I was wearing this shirt on like a playthrough, like, would you guys be able to tell that I'm trying to mimic like Tommy's like look and stuff? Is this good for Vice City? No, I'm not playing anything right now, James. I was just looking at something on my in my Amazon just now, but it's no, I'm not playing anything right now. Uh so like these shirts are called Hawaiian, but like people wear them in Florida. That's I think that's kind of weird unless when they say Hawaiian shirt, does that mean like these shirts are like intended for Hawaii or are a nice person? What do you mean, James? I'm confused. So thank you, James. Thank you, everyone. Oh, they're called Hawaiian shirts. Okay, that's the style then, I guess. Well, like, yeah, nobody here wears a shirt like this in the Midwest, but it's a nice shirt. I think it's a good one. Hello, hello, G. And anyone that just came by, make sure that you vote in the poll that's at the top of the screen. There's a poll on what game I'm gonna play after Vice City for channel members and Patreon supporters, and so I'm gonna play Vice City after I finish Vice City Stories, and then after that, whatever game that poll gets the most votes is what I'll play. Um, oh, okay, awesomeness. Yeah, don't worry about those people, James. Oh, okay, Victoria. You live in Wisconsin, a big city just 1 hour north of Chicago. I've been to Chicago a few times. Let me show you guys something really cool that I found. So you guys have seen my Vice City Stories playthrough, like the majority of people have seen it here, right? Um, uh, Let me ask you guys, if you guys have seen my Vice City Stories playthrough, have you guys played the game before or seen the game before you watched me play it? If they're not bothering you, don't do that, James. Hey, Harry, how are you, man? Harry, make sure you vote in the poll at the top of the screen. It's to decide like what game I'll play after Vice City. Um, no, Patrick. Interesting to run into Aiden, though. But has everyone here seen like the playthrough from like start to finish? Like, do you guys know how it starts and how it ends? Like Vice City Stories? Like, because I'll probably talk some spoilers here. I don't want to ruin it for somebody who hasn't seen it yet. Okay. Wait, I want to show you guys something really cool that I found, here. So you've seen the whole playthrough, gamer? Was that you've seen the whole playthrough from start to finish, right? I'll see you, Chaz. Take care, man. Okay, let me show you guys something really cool that I found online, that I really liked. Show you guys this here. This is messed up here. Okay. Okay, there. Wait here. Okay. So look at this, Vice City 1984. This guy remastered the original Vice City stories into like one movie with like GTA 4 and GTA 5 gameplay. And he did like a really good job with it. Like this video was like perfectly done. Like this guy did a really good job to it. Make sure you guys check him out if you hadn't already. Load Gamer PL. But I'm surprised this video just had 484,000 views. This video deserves millions of views. But look, Vice City 1984. And we'll play this here. Let's do HD here. And so this is like, you know, the start of Vice City. He remastered like the whole thing. Like not in a game, but like a little movie that he made. The game I just finished, Vice City Stories.
Vic Vance reporting for duty, sir!
Relax. Relax. And here, you can call me Jerry.
Okay.
Now, Vic, tell me, why did you sign up, huh? To stay out of jail because you like getting shouted at, huh? What makes you polish your boots and put bullets in your guns in the hopes that maybe you get to shoot someone, huh?
I got a difficult family. I got responsibilities. Brothers, one is real sick, asthma, and I gotta pay the bills. The other, well, maybe he's sick too, but in a different way.
So you joined the army to get rich?
Not exactly. You know, my dad, he came here from DR. We didn't have a lot of opportunities. Why did you join up?
To get rich! Look, Vic, there are plenty of opportunities for a man who knows the game to make real money. So,
Listen, I don't think this is for me.
hey, relax, huh? Come on, Vic, I need a favor. No risk.
Like the
Listen,
first time I played Vice City
take my
Stories, I
bike,
knew that
go over to the
Martinez was up
airport,
to no
and you
good.
pick up a package for me, huh?
Okay, just this one favor, and that's it.
Good.
Come with me, soldier. I've got something for your boss.
And this is really well done. Like I'm really impressed by this.
Man, life's been good to you.
Here's Jerry's stuff. Tell him my cut goes up next time. Vice City's getting too peligroso for us freelancers. Speaking of which, we've got company. Grab that gun and take them out. Abandon ship!
You told me you needed the money.
I do need the money.
Huh. But you don't like drugs.
I don't think they're a good scene.
But you like guns, huh? They don't give you a moral problem, I mean.
No.
Good, because I know a guy who can sell all the guns we can get him, which is, trust me, quite a lot.
What do I have to do?
Nothing. Just go and pick up the money from him. He's down over by the docks.
You must be Vic. Jerry told me about you. Hey, I used to be in the service.
Yeah, listen. He said you'd have some money for me.
Sure. Well, I ain't a bank, but I'll take you to it. I've been having trouble with them Cholo boys.
Look, where's the money, Phil?
Yeah, well, funny thing, you see, it's like this. It's under the floorboards of my old place. But the Cholo
Yeah, this
Vic
movie's
me
really
and I
well
can't
done.
get to it.
I'll get to it. Jerry, can you stash that weed somewhere
Weed?
else?
What weed? Come on! Oh, would you fucking relax, my friend?
Look, I'm not some idiot that you can just...
I never called you an idiot. Hey, listen, man, I need a broad, huh? Oh, I need Mary. Mary, quite contrary. Oh, come on, man, I need a favor.
I need you to collect your pot, dude.
Sure, I'll go get that from your quarters. You go get Mary for me, okay?
So now you guys know what's gonna happen at this part.
Are you married?
When Vic brings
Come on,
Mary back
let's
to the
go.
base,
Hey, we
this is the
paid
part.
for her. She's not going anywhere.
Is that a fact?
Let's get this lowlife nobody and teach this bitch a lesson too.
Corporal Vance, would you care to explain why there's marijuana hidden under your bed?
Listen, I charge more for groups.
You brought a whore onto the base? Have you no shame, boy? Are you a moron? Is that it? Drugs, whores, you're out of here, soldier.
So what? You got kicked out of the army.
I had a career. Phil, what's going on?
My boom shines. About to get blown sky high by a bunch of angry scumbags. Hey, damn it.
What?
Yeah. Them cholos are gonna blow up my liquor. And there's so much of it at the warehouse, one match will blow it.
Yeah, make sure you guys
Always.
subscribe to the guy who made this movie.
Phil, come on.
I'll link his video. Load Gamer PL. Like this guy put a lot of effort into this movie. Like I can tell this took weeks to make this movie, possibly even months. Like this is a lot of effort he put into making all of this.
Hello? Marty? Phil Cassidy sent me.
Marty ain't home or nothing.
Well, do you know when he's gonna be back?
I don't know nothing.
Oh, Marty here. I hated this guy so much.
Bitch, get your sorry ass out here. I thought I told you to clean this shit up.
Marty, Mary Beth's been sick.
Don't be using that baby as an excuse, Louise, because I'll hit her as well as you.
This
Are
is
you
what a
Louise?
possible remake of Vice
I'm a
City
friend of
Stories, I
Phil's.
guess, could look like.
Friend of Phil's? Why didn't you say so, boy? I'm Marty J. Williams.
I was too busy watching you threaten your wife. Well, Phil says you guys might have some work for me. I'm Vic Vance.
Yeah, sure. I got a few things need taken care of right now, as a matter of fact.
They have that old mall music
I'm a
too.
fucking mess. Didn't finish high school. Got a kid by a goddamn prick. Show me a way out. Just show me a fucking way out.
Look at it this way. I've been kicked out of the military. Now I'm working with jerks, robbing people, all to pay for my brother's medical bills. I am not the one to ask for advice.
Look at us. What a pair.
Hey, you want to go out?
Sounds good. Phil said there was a quad bike race at the trailer park.
Where's Louise?
That monster Marty, he said he's gonna turn
Oh, this is the
her
part
out.
when Marty kidnaps Luis.
His own wife.
This is probably the best thing Vic did when he saved Luis from
I ain't
Marty.
gonna be your whore, Marty!
You've been whoring yourself on that Vic. Don't you deny it. Well, if you're gonna act like a whore, you're gonna be one.
Vic, help!
I can't believe you killed him. How am I gonna look after my baby now?
You what? Marty was an asshole. He treated you worse than shit.
Lance,
Hey,
what are you doing here?
you don't sound so pleased.
I'm not so pleased.
Thanks, bro. Who was you expecting? What a greeting, man.
Not you. Someone useful.
Give me a break, man. I've changed.
Okay, I'll give you a chance. One chance.
Yeah. Hey, come here, man. You
All the
killed plenty
cholos.
cholos. Now we kill you plenty. Sorry, Lance. Is this your idea of a welcome party? Come on, move it. Oh, wait, where the hell am I going, man? Hey, watch the road. Oh, shit! I'm just too pretty to die. Look out, Vic! There's more of them! One more last man's chance! Let's you friend!
You're never driving again.
You always treat me like a kid. I know how we can get our hands on one big shipment completely free.
I am a long way from being a good guy. But drugs just mean trouble.
I agree, man. 100% agree. That's why we're gonna get this one big payday.
It looks
for all
like
the
this
hard
video
work
skipped
and
the Forbes
spit.
scene, but,
Jerry Martinez. It's his coke.
This video is
You know
still
what?
really well done.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a real
This is the part when they steal the Mendez cocaine now, and then Martinez shows up in the Hunter.
Martinez
Yep.
finally showed up. Shit! Take the other truck and follow me.
Oh hey, Electra.
Try to keep up, man. I'm a bad driver.
You said it.
Hey, looks like the cops are scared off Martinez. Oh, shit, they're after us now. God almighty, we are rich at last. When the Mendez brothers finally work out that we ripped them off, you're gonna need all the cash you can get.
What?
So, Victor, Lance, who has been ripping us off? All of us. Because now we are partners. A team, as it were. 4 brothers.
Yeah,
It was Martinez.
Really? Prove it. I mean, prove it now.
Is this the best you could get me? I should have taken my chances with the Mendez brothers.
Sir, turning state's evidence isn't a lottery win. You're lucky to get this.
And Vic took a picture of Martinez with the
Some idiot is
DEA.
taking photos of me. What kind of security is this? He could have a gun. Get me the hell out of here.
I hope you're wise enough to see that if you let a man insult you, before long he will try to kill you. You must kill these degenerates. You'll find them near Ocean Beach.
This is a private party, pal.
Oh,
Yeah.
this.
Well, this is a public execution.
Holy shit! Get him, girls!
Motherfucker.
I need you to drive me and one of me
Phil
clients
Collins.
around. Major player.
I have a
Consider
lore
Bill
video
Captain
coming out on
Three.
him, on Phil
You're
Collins in
on.
Vice City Stories. That's the first lore video that I'm gonna be making on. But this video that I'm watching, in case anybody's new
Giorgio wants his money
to the
back.
stream, this is from Load Gamer PL's channel. I'm just reacting to it right now. This is Vice City Stories, like a movie, like that the guy did, like a remake movie.
For crying
Yes,
out loud,
it's like a
Barry, what
remake
have you
movie
done
he
this
made.
time?
I swear on me mother's
Of
life.
the game I just
on me
played,
dead
Vice
mother's
City
life.
Stories.
I don't know what he's on about.
Barry, is everything sorted for tonight?
Mate, seriously, of course it's bloody sorted.
The
You're gonna
Farrelly
blow
family was
away.
trying to assassinate Phil
Well,
Collins
I'm more worried
here.
about someone blowing me away.
Hey, Phil, you ready for the concert? How's everything looking?
Good, I think. Unless Barry's got some more surprises in store.
I just love those two. They are delicious.
Vic, do us a favour. Go check the concert hall is clear. Mr. Superstar Soppy Bollocks here is going all showbiz on me.
Sure.
Hey, I wasn't the one.
By the
finding
way,
true
does
love in
everybody
Monet.
watching this, you guys know what happens to
shit,
Vic
we
Vance in
find
the
a
end,
new
right?
manager.
Hey,
You know what his
don't-
fate is after Vice City Stories.
Have a nice day.
This is when they tried to put the bomb in the stadium, right? The Farrelly hitmen. Oh, this is definitely really well done.
This is the Lance Vance Day. Woo!
So this is where the coke is going? Up your nose?
Hey, Vic.
Hey, Vic,
What are you doing here?
you had me running around town like a psycho, and all the while you're siphoning it off for your personal use. You are unbelievable.
Hey, I'm sorry.
You came to my town. You run around like a maniac. You bring the police and the DEA into my life. And now I want you gone. You're very lucky you're not dead.
Hey, listen, I made a ton of money for you. Money I didn't lose.
And now you're done. You're obsolete.
You know
Hey, look
what?
out, Vic, the mule! Duerme. Ow!
Where are we?
No place good. I think we outlived our usefulness to the Mendezes.
You! Shut up! Hey, they're waking up! Let's get this done quick!
Screw this!
That was the stupidest part ever when they literally, the hitmen thought they'd take him to the oil refinery, execute him, the dumbest thing ever. Armando is based on Sosa.
Armando Mindy. They said they'll kill her if you don't do what they want.
That's where that character was actually made from. He was based on Sosa. Armando is also Bolivian, just like Sosa was.
Luis! Lance?
Do you think you're hero enough to bring back the dead? They're upstairs resting, in peace. Would you like to join them?
If you've hurt them,
Senor,
Hey, Luis.
they didn't feel a thing. Unfortunately, the same will not be said of you.
A little bit different in this movie because in the game Armando is a flamethrower, but in this
Could've
movie
had
he made him with a
something
minigun.
Special.
We did have something special.
Make sure Mary Jo takes care of my baby.
Louise. Louise.
It's time for you to revenge the death of that girl of yours and bring the whole Mendez operation down. This is the plan. The army just took delivery of some new attack helicopters. Meanwhile, Diego Mendez...
Diaz looks a little different in
just
this.
because no one could get him from the ground.
So, how about I sneak into the army base, steal a chopper, and use that to attack you?
Louis! Hey, that shit's gonna blow! Fall back! Is that moron? Suck on that! Hold it right there! I'm not scared to shoot. Wanna die? Trained to serve as I'm gonna seriously fuck you up. Over there! You out of your fucking mind? All right,
Like, if there was actually a remake like this, would you guys buy this? I would buy this 100% if there was a remake like this.
belongs to Uncle Sam. Shit! Sergeant's gonna kill me.
When I'm done, we're done. Lance and I will owe you nothing.
When you're done, I'm gonna own this town. It's the American dream, and it's all because of you, Vic. You're a hero.
No, I'm an asshole. I spent all my time running around, making morons rich, while my family fell apart and the woman I wanted died waiting for me to call. And I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me.
Woohoo! Whatever you say, tough guy. I'll see you around.
Yeah, you understand now. That's it for you, bitch.
Oh, Martinez shows up now.
Looks like Vic's partying without me! Sweep the building! Flush that turd up to the roof so I can finish this! I swear to God, I thought you were gonna salute me! Toss the gun!
Fuck you.
Vic, still so uptight. You know what your problem is? You're trying to be the good guy in a bad man's game. I thought you had potential. Turns out you're just another chump like Mendez.
Me cago en tu madre.
Oye, ese. ¿Qué hay de nuevo?
Vete a la mierda.
You first.
Thanks for everything, Martinez. You're a great help.
Okay, brother, let's waste these pumps.
Lance, it's done. Lance, it's over.
But we did it, baby. You and me.
Yeah.
Now, this is my favorite part of the movie coming up right now. So, like, the guy that made this movie, like, it's like, this is the best part coming up. Like, he ties this into Vice City. So, like, if you don't want spoilers for Vice City, like, stop watching the stream right now, because this is going to be, like, this video is going to show a major spoiler right now. It's like, this is what happens between Vice City stories and Vice City now. Oh, look who got out of prison. Yep, that guy at the beginning of the game is Vic of Vice City. Yeah, that, this channel is a Load Gamer, yeah, Load Gamer PL is this channel. Make sure that you guys subscribe to them and check this out. He has, like, a lot of different, like, videos, like, here on, like, all the different, like, on all the different GTAs, and this is just, this is awesome. Like, this, like, what he did with this, like, this movie was really good, yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, but I just wanted to show you guys that. That was the, thing. But, like, you know, the thing that's always bothered me is, if Rockstar ever does do an actual, like, you know, Vice City, like, remake, if they do one, please, like, they should change Vic Vance's appearance a little bit in the remake, like, make him look more like he did in Vice City Stories, and also, the guy who did Vic Vance's voice in Vice City Stories, bring that guy back and just have him record those 2 lines in Vice City. Like the same thing when he says, like, you know, what does he say? I think we have a deal, my friend. He just says that before he dies. Like, his accent is so much different in Vice City than it is in Vice City Stories, so they should change that in a remake. Like, have his voice actor in Vice City Stories. Yeah, but that's Vic's fate. Vic dies at the beginning of Vice City, so he dies within the first 5 minutes of Vice City. So that was it. And I'm gonna have a video talking about, like, that, about, like, what happened to him after Vice City Stories and, like, and his death and who was responsible. I know it's a different voice actor, but I'm just saying that, like, his accent is just so much different that, like, they should if they do a remake, just, you know, have him say the same lines, but just change the voice actor in the remake. If they do, like, a remake of Vice City, like, bring back Vice City Stories Vic Vance's actor. Let me take a look at that poll. Did we get any more votes in that poll here? Okay. Okay, looks like Saints Row is winning. Second place is Sleeping Dogs. Okay, so it looks like probably Saints Row, but I'll come back to this poll in like 2-3 weeks, and I'll see like what people say, and I will sorry for yawn. I'm just a little tired today, but whichever one wins on here gets the most amount of votes, I will play next. Well, that was the thing that started all those conspiracies, because people, a lot of GTA players, they're like made these conspiracies. And I think that there's even videos on it, like on YouTube. Let me see here. But like what happens is that a lot of people kept saying, what is it? Let's go. Yeah, a lot of people kept saying that it was Pete Vance that died, not Vic Vance. That's what a lot of people said, and the reason people said that was because Vic Vance looks a little different, and because his voice actor is so much different. Yeah, Vic definitely had one of the saddest fates out there. Have you guys also been keeping up with my Ace Attorney videos? Pro, do you follow Patrons on Twitter? Well, there's very few people that I follow on Twitter, but I mean, if you have a Twitter, I guess I could follow you, Victoria. I followed Gamer on Twitter just now, like an hour ago. But I'm not very active on Twitter, though. Like, occasionally I'll post tweets about, like, Red Dead Online or GTA Online, but I'm not really active. Like, there's people that tweet every day. I'm not, you know, like that. Oh, and I see you sent me something here, Gamer. Oh, you sent like a... you wrote all of this, Gamer? You made all of this? Like, all of this stuff? Like, I'm looking at the stuff you just sent me, like, wow, this is impressive. Like, this is really impressive. Like, you made this whole thing? Wow, this is massive. 16 pages. That's massive. That's really impressive. And did you make this just for me, or did you already have this before you watched my Mega Man Legends playthrough? Like, this is really impressive. I will I will take a look at this later. I might not have time to reply today because I might be doing a few things, but I promise I'll read all of this and I will give you a good response on, like, what I think. Did you find my channel through the Mega Man Legends videos, Gamer? Like, how did you find my channel? But this is really impressive. And I guess you just happen to be a Mega Man Legends fan then, too. And I guess you like Ace Attorney because it's like, it has kind of like that style, like how like Mega Man Legends has like a little bit like with the text and stuff, and it's made by the same developer as Mega Man Legends, so there are some similarities there. I don't know if you know about this, but there's actually Mega Man Legends, there is actually, what is it, there is, let me see something. When did the first Ace Attorney come out? Let me see. When was the first Ace Attorney game? What year did it come out? Let me just look here. Okay, so yeah, there is actually Mega Man Legends music in Ace Attorney. Do you know that? I don't know if you know that. There is actually Mega Man Legends music in it. In Ace Attorney 1, the original Ace Attorney game that came out in 2001, when you go into that lawyer's office, I'm trying to remember his name. The guy in the second case. The second case, you know, spoiler, you know, the Mia case, the second one. that one, when you go see that lawyer that was supposed to be defending Maya, that lawyer, the theme in that place is the same theme as the police station. So it's the same theory as it's the same theme as the police station in Mega Man Legends, like that kind of like yeah, it was the police station music. But you know, the Reaver bots always scared me in Mega Man Legends, and the Reaver bots are evil. You know, even though they're robots, they are evil. You know, whatever made those things did not have good design, like not have good intentions. But I'll read your entire theory and I'll react to it. But like, you know, this type of stuff, like you put a lot of work into this. Like I'm reading your project here. Like this took a lot of work, and you probably did a lot of research too. You did a lot of research for this project that you did here. This is really impressive. I'm really impressed by this. And the thing is though, is that if only Capcom could see stuff like this. I mean, they'd have to be stupid if they don't see it, but they have plenty of fans that are so passionate about the Mega Man Legends series, and that actually like this series so much, and like make projects like what you made here, and yet they have a perfect opportunity to make a third game, but they don't. It's just Subgate 3. Which one was Subgate 3? Is that the Closer Woods Subgate? I'm trying to remember which one that was. That was the third one, right? That was the one where you needed the flutter to get to, right? It was the one that the Bonds dug up, right? That was that one, right? Yeah, and you know something? I like the ruins of Mega Man Legends 1 the most. I know, you know, some people are gonna say that that the ruins of Mega Man Legends 2 were the best. I like the ruins of Mega Man Legends 1 the most, because even though the ruins of Mega Man Legends 1 were much smaller than the ruins in Mega Man Legends 2, the ruins in Mega Man Legends 2 were kind of like, how would I put it? They had more of like a specific. They were more focused on like the theme instead of like the story behind the ruin. Like you had the tropical ruin, you had the water ruin, you had the ice ruin. Was there another one? The desert ruin. So you had like 4 ruins that were like themed like that, and in Mega Man Legends 1, the ruins that you had, like the Closer Woods Subgate and the Cardin Forest Subgate, like they were just creepy. Like they were those type of places, like you would go into those ruins and you would be like I want to get out of here like as soon as possible, like, because it was just a creepy atmosphere, and you're like, who built this? Like, where did all this come from? Like, you know, who's responsible for this? And like that part when you like read like the thing, like Mega Man goes and opens up the main gate and he's like, prototype Antro Unit. He's like, what's that? It's like, it's really creepy, like when you read that stuff. And like Mega Man's like, I can read this and stuff. And then it's like, then there's that part when Roll's like, you know, who made the Reaver bots? You know, where did they come from? And then all of a sudden, like those, you know, dog Reaver bots just attack you, like, and just trap you in that room. That was like that got creepy, and that got, you know, as a kid, that terrified me. But I think the scariest ruin for me was the second ruin, the water ruin, the Lake Jin ruin. You know, that one, when you encounter the invisible Reaver bots and the crocodile Reaver bots. I thought that was the scariest one, for me at least. Is everyone still here? Yeah, that jump scare. I remember that creeped me out. I forgot that there was a Reaver bot up there, and that scared me. I mean, if I get around to it, Patrick. I'm just busy with like a lot of other lore projects right now. I was thinking about like making like a video on like one day the top 5 scariest and most powerful Reaver bots, and so I was thinking about doing that. And like the most, you know what the most powerful Reaver bot is in the Mega Man Legends series, right, gamer? You should know this one. Based on that lore that you made, you know what's the most powerful Reaver bot. Which one is it? You probably know. I think you know which one I'm thinking of. Have I played Overwatch? No. Well, I've played a little bit of it, but no, I didn't get into it. The most powerful Reaver bot isn't even in it's not even in Mega Man Legends 1 or 2. It's in the Misadventures of Tron Bonne. You remember the Goliath? That was the strongest Reaver bot ever. And not only is it the strongest Reaver bot of all, it is the most powerful Reaver bot of all time. So it's the largest and most powerful Reaver bot of all. You know, just think about it. The Goliath disabled the Gesellschaft just with a few shots. That's how powerful the Goliath is in Misadventures of Tron Bonne. So that's like, you only see the Goliath for like a few seconds because then you jump on top of like the thing. But when you jump on top of it, you're on top of its head. So that huge area is actually only its head. So that just shows you how big that thing is. Do I watch anime in sub or dub? I watch anime usually with English dub if I can. I know that sometimes the Japanese version is easier, but like is better. But like I like watching the English dub because usually when I watch anime, it'll be late at night when I'm like falling asleep, and so like I watch a show or something, and I don't want to put that much effort into reading, and so I'd rather like hear it. Let me see here. Hang on a second. And let me see. Hang on a second. Oh, not the. My mistake. It's not the Goliath. It's the Colossus. I'm sorry. What was I thinking Goliath because it's the Colossus, not the Yeah, the Colossus is the one. Here, I sent you the link to that gamer. That's the most powerful Reaver bot in the Mega Man Legends series, is that one. It is 60 meters tall. Damn. And what's that? Awesomeness. There are two animes that I've watched that are better with the English dub. And you know, I know that most fans like the Japanese version sub, but there is actually a few anime where I think the English dub is actually better. And two anime that I think the English dub is better in is in 91 Days. If anyone knows the one 91 Days, that is a 1920s mafia anime gangster show. So it's like during Prohibition times near Chicago, and it's like a 1920s like gangster one. The reason that the English dub is better is because the characters have like basically kind of like Chicago accents and stuff like that. So they have accents from like the 1920s and stuff. And so it's like it's much better when you watch the anime if it's like during the 1920s and you actually hear like accents from that time period. That was that's like that anime is better with the English dub. And another anime that's better with the English dub is the Moriarty the Patriot, which that actually takes place the same time as the Great Ace Attorney. It's in London, and it's Sherlock Holmes is in that also, but it focuses on Moriarty, who is Sherlock Holmes's arch nemesis. And so they just released the English dub, and they all like British actors, and I think it sounds better with the English dub because it's in like Victorian era London, and so I just think it's better with like the English dub on that. No, I'd have to watch that show one day. Awesomeness. I think he is also Patrick. But you know something, in Mega Man Legends 3, you can post it here. But it's what is it? In Mega Man Legends 3, they were supposed to explain where the Reaver bots came from. They were supposed to explain that. Possibly one day, Eric. But they never explained it, where they came from. They were gonna do it in Legends 3. And you know what I'll say? The what is it? Oh yeah, the Gesellschaft was gonna come back in Mega Man Legends 3. I don't know if you know that. The Gesellschaft was gonna come back in the third game, so it was actually gonna be rebuilt. Now I don't know what its role was gonna be. I don't think it was gonna be an antagonist. But I'm really curious what the Gesellschaft's role would have been in Mega Man Legends 3. But it was going to be the whole ship was going to be rebuilt again. No, but I heard about that. Do you really think we will get a Mega Man Legends 3? I mean, I'm starting to lose hope at this point, gamer. I would love to have a Mega Man Legends 3, but I don't know. I'm glad you're optimistic. If you could tell me why, but I just don't have that much faith in Capcom anymore. I'm glad they released a great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but it's like I don't know. I would buy a Nintendo Switch if it was just if Mega Man Legends 3 was even exclusive on that. I would buy a Nintendo Switch just to play Mega Man Legends 3. Okay, I'll see you, Victoria. Sorry, just a little tired. Take care, Victoria. See ya. Okay, Patrick. Yeah, I hope so, gamer, I hope so. But, like, you know, all the people that played Legends, the original Legends games, those people are gonna be, you know, adults, like, and I mean, like, actual adults, like, not even young adults, almost at this point, like, it's, you know, sometimes when I play the Mega Man Legends series, like, I get really happy because it's a big part of my childhood, but I get really sad when I play those games because I just remember how much Capcom screwed the series. Have you watched the Ace Attorney anime by any chance, gamer? Really? You've never watched the Ace Attorney anime? I'm surprised. The Ace Attorney anime is based on the original games, but, let me send this to you here. I think that'll work there. Yeah, so it should work. So I posted a link there of the I've posted a link there. That's of the Ace Attorney anime. That is the modern day Ace Attorney. But the thing about it is that I would avoid watching the anime. I would play the game first, because the anime follows the game strictly. So if you watch the anime, you are gonna know who the who are the killers in the cases in the game. So I would play the game first or watch somebody play the game first. But I like the Ace Attorney series a lot, because the Ace Attorney series requires you to really think. Like, there's games that people could be good at, like people could be good at shooters or like action games or fighting games, but like Ace Attorney is that type of game where you really need to think. Like, you really need to think carefully. And if you don't think carefully, it's like you can mess up the case. So like you need to really think. And the thing is, the games make you feel like a genius, because eventually it comes to you and you feel like, oh man, it's like, I don't know, like I've seen comments, some people said that like that they probably wouldn't have been able to figure it out, but I don't know, like I think everyone can figure it out. I think, you know, you just play it enough and like you really think into the case, and you can figure it out. But like when the answer comes to you, you're like, oh my god, that's how he did it. And you just start to think about it, and it's like, wow, that's the answer there, and it really comes to you, and you feel kind of smart when you finally put everything together and you figure out who really did it. There is a lot of really unrealistic things in Ace Attorney, like I explained them, because I know law, because that's what I did in college, but law enforcement, but it's still a really fun game despite all that. But you know what I'll tell you about Ace Attorney? The Ace Attorney anime follows the game very strictly, the original. And in the original game, there's 15 cases, and the anime has 15 cases, but the anime, the cases that they have in the anime, one of the cases they don't have. That's from the game. So one of the cases they skip. And then they have a new case in the anime that's not in the game. So they have one extra case that's not in the game. But what I'll say is that the one case that they did skip in the Ace Attorney anime is they skipped the serial killer case. Because there was this one case that was, I think it was the creepiest Ace Attorney case of all time. Like, out of all of them. Like, I think it was the most disturbing Ace Attorney case. And I don't know. Maybe there's a case in the Great Ace Attorney, because I haven't finished the Great Ace Attorney yet. There's still 3 cases left in the game. But the creepiest case that I've seen out of all the Ace Attorney games is in the first game, the 5th case. The fifth case in the first game, the serial killer case. That one is probably the creepiest one. It's like, how many people died in that case? I think it was 6 or 7 murders in that case. It was 6 or 7 murders. So like a lot of people died in that case. And that case was like the most, that one was the most, you know, disturbing one. It was like had a lot of really like, you know, creepy moments in that case and stuff. And so they didn't have that in the anime. And my best guess is the reason they didn't have that in the anime was because that was probably the creepiest Ace Attorney case. But that was still my favorite case. That was my favorite one out of all of them, because that was even though that one involved a serial killer, there was it was like you had to really think about that case. Like there was a lot of things that were like hidden, and like a lot of like stuff that like you had to really like there was a lot of murders, and you had to like really like think about a lot of the stuff. But that case was pretty hard. I think that I think the best case in Ace Attorney, in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far is the McGilded case, and then the fifth case in the first game. So it's the Gina case at the end. I'm trying to remember the name of the case is like was it Clouded Kokoro? Was that the one? Because it was the one with Gina in the pawn shop. That one was really good. Yeah. Well, there are some anime that are animes that are there are animes that have like this really disturbing moments in them. Like there are very violent animes out there, but like the Ace Attorney anime, it's a little bit more of a happier anime, and so they probably didn't have the serial killer one in it. But hang on, I'll tell you something else. Oh yeah, okay. So take a look at this, gamer. I'm gonna show you something right now. Even though the serial killer case is not in the Ace Attorney anime, that's the one that it was a case that was in the game that they skipped over when they did the anime. Even though that one wasn't in the anime, however, though, that's that right there that I just linked you. That is that's the ending theme for like the anime. So like in season 2, like of the Ace Attorney anime, whenever an episode ends, you have that ending theme. And if you notice, if you pay attention to that ending theme, you kind of see like this blue figure. And I think that the blue figure was a little bit inspired by Surfbots. But anyways, about that blue figure, the mascot, the one that's like all the characters are standing near the door, that's actually part of the serial killer case. So that blue mascot, I'm trying to remember what it was called. It had to do with the serial killer case in the first game, the one they skipped over. So even though it doesn't appear in the anime, the case, the mascot from the anime does appear in the case in the credits. And so I wonder why it's there, but that case isn't in. But that was probably the most disturbing Ace Attorney case of all, was the serial killer case. There were several murders, and then like I don't want to spoil it entirely, but there were several murders that were done by a serial killer, and then when like you looked at it and like you realized that there was actually more people involved, and there was more things that were going on behind the scenes, and it was like it was a giant conspiracy, and like and what I'll say, like, if you think that conspiracy in the Ace Attorney Chronicles was, like, big, you gotta see the conspiracy in some of the other games, too, because there's, can you explain to me the difference between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Oh, it's easy. A lawyer is the one who's defending the person that's accused, while the prosecutor is trying to send them to prison. That's the difference. The prosecutor is trying to prove the defendant is guilty. The lawyer is trying to prove the defendant is innocent. That's the difference. And the thing about it is that in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, there have only been 2 prosecutors so far. There's been Ouchi and Barrick Van Zeeks. When in the original Ace Attorney games, there were several prosecutors in that, and several of the prosecutors are bad people. Usually a lot of the prosecutors are bad people in the Ace Attorney games, but some of the prosecutors are actually good. Like Edgeworth is basically Barrick Van Zeeks in modern day. So Edgeworth is very similar to Barrick Van Zeeks in modern day. I don't know Zeke's full story yet, but Edgeworth is very similar to him in that regard. Like Edgeworth has no toleration for criminals and stuff like that. They're similar to each other, but there's actually a scene in the original Ace Attorney game where when the prosecutor figures out that the witness is lying, the prosecutor gets really angry and actually helps you out. So there are scenes like that, and that's actually what I like about Barrick Van Zeeks a lot in Ace Attorney. I like how he have you noticed that, gamer, that like I think that like when Barrick Van Zeeks like prosecutes when Barrick Van Zeeks prosecutes somebody, he genuinely believes that person is guilty. So I think that like all the cases that Zeeks has been involved in, I think he genuinely believes that those people are guilty and did it. But then, like, near the end of the cases, if you notice, like, near the end of it, Zeke starts to realize that those people are probably innocent. Like, when you bring in more evidence and, like, you start cross-examining the witnesses. And what I like about Zeke's is that he has no toleration for liars. And, like, when he finds out that the witness is lying, he gets really angry. If you notice that, like, when Zeke catches the witnesses lying, he gets really angry over that, and he confronts them on that. So he has no toleration for that type of stuff. That's what I like about him. He is a bit ignorant and he's a bit arrogant, but he has no toleration for criminals. There's that about him. I remember in the in the last case, he actually he helped save the case at the end. He did. Remember when Shamspear basically started saying that she couldn't have poisoned like the pipe in my room or something like that. Like Shamspear was saying that because that was like 6 days ago. Or whatever, and then Zeke said that 6 days ago that there was that Miss Green had been stabbed and there was police everywhere, and that Shamspear would have had the opportunity to do something like that because the police were on the scene and they were also in that room. They were in Natsume's room, and also Herlock Sholmes was constantly in that room, so that's why he wasn't able to do anything. And Zeke's brought that up, so he did bring a good point. Oh, I just realized that, yeah, ouchie, it is pain, but I wonder how Zeke's is gonna, I wonder how Zeke's is going to handle the case, I wonder, because in the new case that I'm doing right now, it's Zeke's friend that's actually being accused. So I wonder, he's the prosecutor. I wonder how that's gonna go. We're gonna have to see. But I guess we'll probably wrap up this channel, this exclusive channel stream here. I'm gonna do another one of these in 5 days. So like on the 26th, I'll do another one. So we'll do another one, and probably on the next one, we'll probably play a game live for you guys. But if you guys have any other questions for me before I go, like, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, like, what you guys, like, if you guys have any other questions or anything. If you want to ask me anything before I go, I'll answer it. So just let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions before I go. Oh, hey, Goku. Oh, Goku, I'm just about to end the stream. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. But, Goku, I have another stream in 5 days. So, on the 26th, I'll have another stream. But is there anything you want to ask me, Goku, before I go here? I guess you just joined at a bad moment. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. Well, thank you, awesomeness. It's been good. I've just been really busy this week, but it's been good. I had a really messed up sleeping schedule, but I've been trying to fix it recently, so it's been better for me now. I do a Red Dead stream, yeah. What is today? Today is what, Tuesday? So on Friday, I'll do a Red Dead stream, Goku. But I guess we'll be wrapping up. The stream here. Recommend Hitman 2. Oh yeah, Hitman 2 is a great game. Try to get to all of them, Hitman 1, 2, and 3, all of them together. But they're all great games. What's your editing program? I use Movie Maker for like playthroughs, but like when more complicated videos like lore videos, I'll use Premiere Elements. Okay, thank you, Awesomeness. So I guess I'm gonna be going here, guys. Check out. I'll probably have another Ace Attorney video up tonight, and I'll have the Vice City Stories video up soon. So thank you guys for watching. Will I be playing a new Spider-Man game? Probably, but that's not gonna come out until 2022. So thank you guys once again for your support, because you guys supporting me through Patreon and channel memberships, you help me greatly, like especially when I deal with copyright and when I do new content. I'll do another channel stream for you guys, exclusive stream in 5 days, and make sure you guys vote in the poll, you know, at the top there, if you hadn't already. That's to decide what game I'll be doing after Vice City next. Whatever game gets the most votes, I'll do next. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.